What's up, y'all? For today's story, we're going to talk about the first time I ever skipped school. Exactly. If any kids are watching this or anybody that's still in high school, middle school, elementary school, don't skip school. Just don't. It's not good. Get your education because you won't need it. School first and last time. May I add that? Because I ain't never skipped school after that. But anyways. All right. So the first time I skipped school was when I was in ninth grade. So we gonna call him boy number A. Boy number A. All right, so boy number A was my boyfriend at the time. So we were talking or like dating for like maybe 3 or 4 months, and he was like 3 years older than me. So he was like in 11th, 12th grade. I was in ninth grade. And we met through a mutual friend. We talked all the time, talked like every morning, text all day, talked at night, stuff like that, like boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. One night, he asked me, it was like, "Yo, what you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "School." And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to be home tomorrow." And I'm like, "Why are you going to be home?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm suspended." Like, for whatever reason, he either didn't go to school or he was always suspended, like, or he just skipped school himself. But like, he was never in school. So he was like, "You should come over," and blah blah. And I'm like, "Come over? What I'm coming over for?" What am I coming over there for? I was like, "I got school." And he was like, "Well, you gotta take the trolley past my house to go to school anyway. You should just get off the trolley, stay for like 2 or 3 hours or whatever, and then you could go to school after that." I'm like, "So first of all, you want me to be late to school?" He was like, "Well, or you could just not go." I'm like, "Not go?" I was like, "First of all, I I go to a good school. My school is downtown, so and like where I live at, it wasn't far. Like it was like probably a 10-minute trolley ride or whatever, and the trolley did go past his house. But still, that mean I'm gonna be missing school. Mind you, this is my first time, so I was like, "You want me to do what exactly?" So he like just think about it or whatever. Call me in the morning, babe. Good night. Blah blah blah. Hang up. So I think I called my best friend at the time, and I told her about it, and she was
Like, you better not. You gonna be dumb if you skip school, and I ain't lying for you.
like, all this other extra stuff. And I just like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it. That's dead." All right. So I called him the next day, or he called me, whatever. Talked to him, got dressed, walked to the trolley stop, met up with my best friend, and we get on the trolley. So he's like, "Are you coming over?" So I'm like, "No." Ooh, I almost said his name. I'm like, "No, boy number A." I was like, "No, I'm not coming over."
He's like, why not? If you my girl, why you don't wanna spend time with me? You don't wanna come over?
So I'm like, "I am your girl, but like I don't want to get in trouble." So he's like, "That's cool. Don't even worry about it." Like, so pretty much he guilt tripped me into coming over. So I'm on the trolley, and like I'm still contemplating on am I going or not. So I'm still talking to him on the phone too. And I pass his house, and he like, "So you not coming?" I'm like, "No, I think I'm just gonna go to school." And he's like,
Wow, that's crazy. You not gonna come over? I got the house to myself. Your mom not gonna
so
know.
we get to the tunnel that goes underground or whatever. And I got off. Got off right before it went under the tunnel. And my best friend was like,
You dumb.
I go across the street to the other side, get the same trolley going back up towards my house, and then I got off in front of his house. Now, my stomach was in knots. Like, I was so sick and scared because it was my first time ever skipping school, and oh, it was just too much. So I get off the trolley and I like told him, I was like, all right, I'm outside. So he comes outside, hey baby, kiss me or whatever. And then we walked to his door, went in his house. When I tell you, soon as I walked in his house, it was dark, dark as hell. I'm like, and it was daytime. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's pitch black in the house. I'm like, where we at? So he like, yo, stop playing. What is this? So we walk in the house, or I guess it was like, it was the way it was set up. It was like an apartment. So it was like a downstairs and an upstairs, but it was cut off. So we were on the downstairs floor, walk in or whatever. And as soon as we walk in, it was like a bed in the living room, I guess. It was a TV. I'm trying to think what else. It was a TV on like a stand. He's like, oh, you can sit down. And I'm like, on a bed? He's like, yeah, well, she gonna sit there. I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, yeah, you're right, because I don't see no chairs. It's just this bed. It's just the bed. So I sit on the bed, want some juice. I'm like, no, I'm okay. No, thank you. So he like, all right. So, and oh, this is my first time at his house, too. So, first time skipping school, first time at his house. So, I'm sitting on the bed or whatever, and like, he comes back and he sits next to me, and he like, hey, babe, missed you too, and all that lovey-dovey stuff or whatever. So, and then all of a sudden, my mom calls my phone. It's like 8 o'clock, 8 something now. And like, I seen it and I answered. That was just like my first response to the answer. So she like, why you answer the phone? I'm like, I'm in the bathroom at school. And she like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, we're on some bed. She's like, all right. She's like, so why you answer the phone? I'm like, cause you called me. She's like, all right, Kiana. And she hangs up. I'm like, okay, that was weird. And he like, what you mean weird? I was like, cause she called me and she know I should be in school at this time. And he's like, don't worry about it. I don't know what. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm trying to think. He's
like, well, why don't we just lay down and chill?
Really? Just lay down and chill? So my dumb self. Dumb self. Let me not forget. I was a child. I don't know what I was doing. Should have been there in the first place. But my dumb self laid down. He's laying next to me or whatever. And we're talking and stuff and laughing. And he kissed me on my cheek or whatever. Cutesy stuff. And all of a sudden, iCarly comes on the TV. Because we had on like Nick, I guess, or whatever. So in the middle of him, in my personal space is what we're going to call it, iCarly started playing. So all I hear is,
I know, you see, somehow to work.
I'm like, this is not how I picture this. This is horrible. Said I can't stop hearing the song in my head. I was singing along to the song. It was just horrible. Before I was about to say anything, my phone rings again. So I'm like, why is my phone ringing again? So he like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't answer it. My dumb self didn't answer it. And it was my mom again. So then I'm like, yo, let me see, because she left me a voicemail. She texted me and she called me. So I look at the text message, and the text message is like all caps, call me now. I'm like, oh, God. So then I checked the voicemail, and the voicemail, she says, Kiana, I don't know where you at, but you better call me right now. I know you're not in school and blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh, my God. Like, how she knows? So I'm like, oh, my God. Like, my school must have called her and just was like, your daughter isn't here, or your daughter was late for some. So I'm like, OMG. I was like, I gotta go. So he like,
All right, whatever you you say, I guess you could go, like, whatever.
So he mad. And I'm just like,
I don't even care. I don't care how you feel right now. I don't care that you mad, because I'm about to get in trouble, not you.
and I leave out his house. Now, my mom still was calling me and texting me, and she's like, I'm about to call the cops if you don't answer your phone right now, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, she talking about calling the cops? Like, this is serious. So he walks me back to the trolley stop. We standing there, he hugged me, the trolley comes or whatever. As I sit down on the trolley, where I sat down on the trolley at was like to the sidewalk. So like I could still see his house and see him and stuff like that. And then I seen him walk into this little pizza store that's at the corner of his block. And I'm like looking, like, why is he in the pizza store? It's only 9 something in the morning or whatever. So I look again, and I watched him walk up to the counter, stood behind some girl, hugged her from behind, and was like kissing on her neck and stuff like that. And like, I was done. I ain't know what to say, what to think, like, should I get off this trolley and beat him? But like, I literally was hurt. I was so upset, period. That's cheating. I don't care. If you my boyfriend and then you go and you hug some girl from behind and kiss on her, that's cheating. After I seen it, the trolley pulled off. Light changed, trolley pulled off. I felt so sick to my stomach. I was ready to like throw up right there on the trolley. So I got off at the next stop. And as I'm getting off, I started crying. As soon as I started crying, why did it start raining? No umbrella, no jacket, school uniform on. And then I think I had on like shoes, like school shoes and a skirt. I finally pick up the phone, call my mom back. And she's like pissed, cussing, where you at? Where you been at? What's going on? So at the time, I had told her like I got sick on the trolley when we were going into the tunnel. Got off, had to go like up and over and then get on the other side to come back, and like the trolleys that were coming kept going past. Like I made up this big lie. So I come home and my grandma like, you okay, Kiana? Cause like I'm soaking wet, my face is wet, but like I guess my tears was blending in with the rain, so they couldn't tell that I was crying. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go upstairs and change my clothes and lay in the bed. My stomach hurt. So my grandma like, okay, baby, go ahead. And I literally cried myself to sleep. Like, cried myself to sleep. And I never texted him. I never told him I seen what I seen. I never, like, told him what my mom said. Like, after that day, we just stopped talking. Like why would what I'm gonna continue to talk to him for? I don't know. But my surprise was he never called me. So like he never was like, yo, like, did you get home okay? Did you go to school? Like, he just said he had no concern. He didn't care, period. I think this was like, I don't know if it was the same year or not, but she told me, she was like, our cousin told me she's seen you get off the trolley and go meet some boy, you know, boy number A. Like, she was like, she told me that that's who you was with, and you went over his house or whatever. So, and I just was like, what? No, I didn't. That wasn't me. It's been so many years. It's been a lot of years since I was in 9th grade. So I told my mom the truth after a while, and I told her what happened or whatever. Okay, guys, that's my story time for today. Please, 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 like I said, if you are in school, don't skip school. If you like somebody a lot and they like trying to peer pressure you to do bad things or just to follow in their footsteps, don't do that. Have a mind of your own. Have a heart for yourself. Stay in school. Do your work, because that's what really matters. Peace. Peace and love. Oh, I need my nose done. Do it this way. Bye, guys.